Let's talk hormones. If you're suffering from any of these symptoms, hot flashes, weight gain, dry skin, acne, body aches, any of these symptoms, this is going to be the video for you. If you can anchor yourself in the 3 things that I'm about to teach you, you should be able to get yourself feeling a lot better within the next 7 to 30 days. If you execute on what I'm about to teach you, you will start to get better. This idea of fixing hormones has become this boogeyman concept where we feel like we have to outsource this task, outsource this challenge to other people. But the reality is this: if you have not been diagnosed with cancer or some type of malignant or life-threatening disease, more than likely, you still have the ability to fix your hormones yourself, given the right time, given the right energy, given the right techniques. And the 3 things I'm about to share with you should get you going on that path. Here is the first thing that you must understand in order to fix your hormones. We have to understand what it means when the hormones start to decline. On a fundamental level, hormone decline and hormone imbalance means that you are experiencing a critical level of metabolic exhaustion. When the body runs out of the nutrients, when it runs out of the energy to produce hormones, you experience hormone decline. It's not because your body decided all of a sudden it doesn't want to make hormones anymore. It just doesn't have the capability to do it, be it from a lack of nutrition, from exhaustion, and or all of the above. So the first thing you have to understand is that hormone decline and hormone imbalance is an indication of metabolic exhaustion. The good news is that when you nourish the body, rest the body, and allow it to recover, hormones do heal. I've had many women who thought they were in full-on menopause and within 4 to 6 weeks had their period back as soon as their diet was tweaked and they were given the right nutrients and allowed their system to rest. Now, obviously, there will be a point where most women will reach full menopause, but with that being said, the symptoms that you experience and the quality of life that you have will be greatly affected by how you re-energize or recover or don't re-energize and recharge your metabolic activity. What does recharging your metabolism look like? You have to replenish your nutritional reserves. You have to provide your hormonal system the raw materials to heal, and then you have to rest and allow your body to recover. That is how you begin to recharge, restore, return energy back to your body and allow your hormonal system to heal. You have to take hormonal decline as a sign that the body needs something on a lifestyle level, on a nutritional level, and even on an emotional level, but that's another topic for another time. The second thing that you must understand when it comes to healing hormones is this: you will not ultimately be able to fix your secondary or your sex hormones without fixing your primary hormones first. Your primary hormones are insulin, cortisol, and adrenaline. These hormones are considered primary because any dysfunction in these 3 hormones represents an immediate disruption in your quality of life. What happens in the presence of an insulin dysfunction? Reactive hypoglycemia, metabolic syndrome, type 1 and or type 2 diabetes. Cortisol, when the body either is producing excessive amounts of cortisol, you're going to get inflammatory and immune type of responses. You will become more insulin resistant. Cortisol counteracts insulin, so it will make you more insulin resistant or make insulin resistance worse. And with adrenaline, this will represent cardiovascular issues such as high blood pressure. This is why you must address primary hormones first. The healing happens in reverse. Sometimes manipulating and raising testosterone and estrogen does have a back-end effect on blood sugar, but I found that when you address primary hormones, the secondary hormones naturally begin to heal. The primary hormone system is, for the most part, the primary energy regulators of the body. When it comes to producing energy and having enough energy and vitality, the primary hormones tend to drive this: your thyroid gland, your adrenal glands. But that being said, Will a large majority of people still need hormone replacement therapy even after addressing primary hormones? Absolutely. Worst case scenario, when you address primary hormones, you're going to be improving your diet and lifestyle, which is going to make your hormone replacement therapy even more effective. If you continue to not make the necessary lifestyle and diet changes whilst taking hormone replacement therapy, you're not going to get maximum benefit, and most times the effectiveness of your hormone replacement therapy will lessen over time. You'll probably end up having to increase your dosages because your current dose then becomes less effective. So how do you address primary hormones? Through diet and lifestyle. This is the #1 way that you're going to address your primary hormones, particularly becoming proficient at stabilizing your blood sugar using diet. That is the #1 thing that I found that will make the biggest difference in beginning to heal hormones. Hot flashes alone will be greatly diminished and greatly improved if you can stabilize your blood sugar and keep your blood sugar from fluctuating to extreme ends consistently. And the way you do that is by fine-tuning your diet, making sure you are getting the right amount of protein, the right amount of healthy fats, and making sure you're timing your carbohydrates properly so you're not getting these spikes. If you are suffering from hormone decline, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that your carbohydrate metabolism is suboptimal. People who are suffering from hormone decline, your ability to metabolize carbohydrates is going to be poor, which means that when you eat carbs, you're going to convert a lot of the carbs to fat rather than using it for energy. Lots of carbs, they're not going to work. Higher protein, higher fat is going to be your way to go to balance your primary hormones through keeping your blood sugar consistent, but also giving your body the raw materials to heal and to make sex hormones. Because here's how it works. If you look at the way the body synthesizes sex hormones, you need 2 things in order to start your whole sex hormone cascade. You need thyroid hormone and you need cholesterol. All of your sex hormones are what we call cholesterol derivatives. You need a cholesterol molecule to have the raw materials to start making your sex hormones. So when cholesterol combines with thyroid, that starts your sex hormone production. You start with your pregnenolone. Depending on your level of stress and what's needed by the metabolism, the pregnenolone is going to go into cortisol or DHEA. If there's enough stress in the body, you will undergo what we call a pregnenolone steal, which means that the cortisol is going to steal the molecule to make the stress hormone rather than going into your other sex hormones such as DHEA, testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, etc. When the body experiences chronic stress and enough of that pregnenolone gets stolen in the manufacturing of cortisol, that's essentially when you start to have hormonal decline. And this is why stress management, the management of blood sugar through diet is extremely important. That's #2. We must be able to balance and address primary hormones first. The third thing, you cannot use hormone replacement therapy as a hall pass to live like an idiot. A lot of times people start to feel better when they start to take hormones because it does have a boost in energy and it just gives you an overall sense of well-being. The mind and its infinite ability to fool itself, people start to become complacent with their diet and lifestyle, or they don't think it's important at all because they're already feeling better. That will backfire because here's how this works. If you are taking hormone replacement therapy and you're still allowing your blood sugar to bounce all over the place, over time, your hormone therapy is going to become less effective. And here's why. The more insulin resistant you become, your body produces sex hormone binding globulin. That's a hormone that does what the name implies. It binds up your sex hormones, thus making them less effective and or inactive. Insulin resistance, poor carbohydrate metabolism, or what we call dysglycemia, increases the body's production of sex hormone binding globulin. So over time, your HRT will become less effective because your receptors for your hormones will become more occupied by the sex hormone binding globulin. And again, the only way to deal with this is with diet and lifestyle. Those are the 3 most important things that you want to consider regardless of your approach. If you're understanding that you need to recharge, replenish, and rejuvenate your metabolism, if you're addressing your primary hormones, and if you're really making diet and lifestyle at the forefront of your efforts, rarely will you not heal and do it very quickly. I would say within 7 to 30 days, whatever symptoms that you're experiencing should improve dramatically. So take these tips. In the next video, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about how to properly balance your blood sugar using diet. If you have not done so already, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.